right, good morning. We're gonna go head to the airport, drop a couple amazing guitars off to a customer. Let's start this little trip. I'm here with Captain Brian Good, who's a dear friend of mine. He lives in Seattle, he's a guitar collector. And usually I know when you're flying, but I was leaving the airplane today and it was
I was so stoked to see you on board. And once again, Boone's Farm, Emerald City Guitars, they're carrying guitars to their customers all around the world. And they get here safely every time with Alaska Airlines.
Okay, we got our rental car. We're gonna drive about 2 hours, I believe, to Bakersfield. We got an old 335, very special acoustic, and a trusty Filson bag. Let's roll. All right, so we just got to our good buddy Jeff Vaughn's. Met him in the shop, stopped here multiple times on Guitar V stuff, and he's just become a brother. I love this guy. I've stayed here multiple times. Him and his wife are awesome. Excited to show you this acoustic. It's definitely one for the books. I didn't see that last time I was here. One of these isn't for you.
They're for Chad. Good, great to see you. Yeah, great to see you, man. Come on in, you know the deal.
Yeah, so good to see you again. All right, 2 guitars for Jeff, one of which we're bringing back to him. I'm sure everybody's wondering what's in the brown case. It's a really badass 335. We did a little work on it and flew it back to its rightful owner. And later we'll get into Jeff's collection. It's amazing, but this is the one that we're gonna unveil. He has not seen in person yet. Flew this back from Tokyo a couple weeks ago, and it's truly one of the most amazing, just for the books kind of acoustic guitar I've had in the shop. All right, are you ready, dude?
I'm not sure. I'm getting a little bit nervous, I gotta be honest.
All right, a mint condition with hang tags, Brazilian Rosewood, D-45. The cleanest one in existence, I think I can safely say. Look at this original price tag too. It's a little bit more than 1,200 bucks these days, but your warranty card, perfect shape. But look at that thing, man.
Oh, wow.
This one got its own.
That is just absolutely gorgeous. Wow.
That's so exciting.
D-45s are like
Yeah.
top of the mountain for Martin. I mean, they're all really beautifully decorated, but if you want a Brazilian, if you want the real deal D-45, you're gonna spend like $1 million or a little bit less and get one from specifically this era. But not only do they have like the amazing gilded decorations and inlay, every real D-45 I've strummed is just better than anything else. They really, knowing Martin, they picked out like the choice
Kind of Johnson here, guys.
Dude, yeah, where do you want to sit, man? You got enough room there?
Well, yeah, we're gonna write some songs on this baby. This is so fun,
God,
Trevor.
congratulations,
Right
man.
on, dude.
It's crazy, huh?
God, love it, Trevor. This is fun.
So isn't it, those have a little bit of this cool brightness to it. I'm not talking about like
Yeah.
normal bright you'd think of. They just have like this airiness, weird sustain going on between the strings. So when you're doing that like open D and letting it ring, you can just hear all that just kind of, sounds like a piano. God, right there.
Really, really fun. No, I know. Crazy.
This is a good room. It has some slap back to it. We're gonna have to, so Jeff has a killer acoustic. He restrung Lefty for me, so we're gonna do some jamming tonight. He just got back from Joshua Tree writing some songs with one of his writing partners.
Like I said, it's just to get to know a guitar sometimes. Let me throw some things out and see how
it sings back.
how you like it. So far, I think we're getting along pretty good.
Well, let's check out the car, and then let's get to the guitar collection, and then let's play some music.
All right.
Cool.
Wow.
Congrats, man.
Man.
When we were pulling up, like this sometimes goes, you see guitars and cars, and amongst other things, but, well, let's show you first.
It's a 67 Camaro, first year of the Camaro RS, and I was telling my daughter, and who's now an artist, I'm just like, you know what? It'd be fun if you came to school in a car that not a lot of chicks drive.
Oh
and
my God.
So I kind of surprised. And I said, this is our car, not necessarily your car, it's our car, because Dad has a little problem with, not letting that go. But do you think you could, and they went crazy. And so she got to drive this. It's just like with a little bit of attitude.
Are you kidding?
Because it has a little attitude. And what's so fun is, and it's kind of like guitars, this is, it looks a lot like, hey, if you're in 1967 and driving down the road, and I've had the funniest comments of people coming up, and I can't say publicly what some of them are, but guys just like, man, if I was in that car, I would get so much, certain things, and but yeah, it's fun.
What an amazing
lot of
color,
attitude,
man.
and it's just fun, so. And there's something about American V8 with a cam, and it's just kind of like,
We gotta take this out.
let's go.
All right, one second, let me grab my phone.
Jump in anywhere you want. Houndstooth interior is kind of a little old school, so.
It's like smelling an old case, man. Come on.
It is, it's very much like an old case.
Oh my god.
Like I said,
man.
but
how cool that your daughter
Allie
took
is,
this.
I know, and it's just fun, and she played on the tennis team, and I'm like, Allie, if you show up to this and maybe just do a little of that, like as you're coming up to your tennis matches, it's kind of intimidating, or something that your teammates might appreciate. My folks, I had a musical idea, and I thought, they don't get this at all, and they're just not going to be supportive of it. And so I'm like, Mom, Dad, I really want to take a quarter off of school. And I'm like, okay. Like, well, what do you want to do? Well, I'm going to play in a rock band. And I just remember my dad like, he's going, I couldn't believe it. He's like, okay. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, but you do it one quarter and then let's see what happens. And he's going, and I think I'm good with that. So it was fun sort of injecting this car a little bit into Allie, like, Allie, pursue what you want to pursue and have some fun. And she's been doing really good with her art, and has a solo show coming up this fall, and has been doing some really big pieces, which is kind of a fun thing. But she welds, she does woodwork, so all kinds of stuff, so yeah.
I'm not a huge car guy. I love cars. I have some experience and knowledge, no doubt, but honestly, when I'm guessing the date, which I'm fairly accurate on cars when I guess, it's because I'm looking at the parallels of guitars, the contours, the colors. You can make these crossovers that are, okay, well that was popular here. I mean, a lot of it corresponds with music, surf, and
in cars, for some reason, 67 to me just was like a pinnacle year where they just got the lines right. Key, lights, yeah, you're good.
Yep.
Wipers might work, or whatever.
Same thing with a guitar, like strumming an old Teles or Strat or plugging into an old amp. Same deal, man. It simplifies things. Yeah, it just calms you down. But cars, man, I think every household should have something other than their Prius, or it's something weird that makes A to B a little bit more different. This is my heaven. Sunshine, my buddy Jeff, old Camaro. I'm like, come on. Now we're gonna get to some guitars.
I like it.
Not a bad gig hanging out with cats like this. Every once in a while, I walk into a room that feels like it's been tailored to my heart, and this is one of them. You guys might remember a little feature in here. Not too long ago, we dropped off a perfect 1952 Fender Telecaster in a mint basement. The collection's grown a little bit, but I mean, let's start here, man. So first off, what do we got here?
67 Epi Casino, and one owner, and I'd never played a semi-hollow body live on stage, which is a little bit concerning at times if you happen to turn around towards your amp.
Yep.
And so I learned that at the Cavern Club the hard way.
P90s, full hollow.
Yeah, but amazing guitar, and just I play this every time I've gone to England with those guys, and absolutely love it.
You're just laughing. I have these exact guitars left-handed. So 52 Tele, 60 slabboard Tele, and a 61 Strat. And we're like, dude, we're brothers. We're connected in the, guitar galaxy. But
this one was the last time you guys came down to Bakersfield en route on your RV trip, and you were bringing my wonderful 57,
museum basement.
And you're like, by the way, we have a 52 Blackguard Tele that maybe is one of the cleanest, never been touched ever, but we just left our shop and we're on our first night, and I'm like, oh, bummer. But we could send it down to you, Jeff. and so you guys sent it down. And that was such a punk, man, because it came the morning, hours before you came, and I'm like, should I call him and ask whether I should open it or not? And you guys are like, oh yeah. And I opened it, and I'm like, you bastards, you got me. Like, yeah, and so it's just badass.
And those ended up being that's like bread and butter, a tweed basement, a 52
so just stupid. Then, Trevor, you were the one that called me on this, because you said, you need this guitar.
Well, I needed one too. I didn't have one yet.
I know,
it wasn't in my world, but I was
you
like,
were just so like, Jeff, I know you need this guitar.
So weirdly enough, Jeff, sit it down. Yeah, I'm keeping it. Like a week later, after 10 years of searching, my buddy Gavin Coe hits me up. He finds a lefty. It's stripped. The finish is stripped and it has an EMG in it, but I'm like, dude, yes, I need that. Had Tyler refinish it. He's refretting it right now, but it looks just like this backwards. So we're Tele brothers, obviously.
Love the player quality too.
Dude,
it's
I
just
know,
like
they're rock and
that
roll.
I'm taking out on the road, so and then
this is insane.
You
man.
picked up on this.
Yeah, I noticed this the first time, and it looks identical to the one I have, again, except opposite. I have a left-handed 1961. This is 1961 slab Strat, one of my favorite years for the Fender Stratocaster. They quit the slab board in mid-62. This is right in the middle, and it's not that super slim 60 neck. It starts kind of making its way to the 62 profile. But I don't know, man. They're just sweeties, and they're always light. I walked in here, and I just went, dude, I have these three guitars.
That's hilarious. So fun.
And then, dude, I mean, I don't think people saw the follow-up on this, but the John Osborne Le Freak.
Le Freak. This was Trevor.
Yeah, baby, 1960 burst. That's graced the biggest stages in the world, and it's still making music. Again, you guys, Jeff plays this shit. He writes music constantly. He's traveling the world playing gigs, which it makes me so happy. They're not just sitting in a vault, which to each their own. If you want to preserve these, that's awesome. But these are guitars that you're taking out and playing the hell out of them. I love it,
Trevor,
man.
you told me you have to take this guitar out and play it, and I've only done it once so far, but it's man, it just makes you feel kind of feel real. So, and
pop it in a reissue case and get strap locks. That's
so
this is so cool, Jeff. Nobody's offered this to me before, so this is a cue. If I'm at your house, please offer this, because this is a lot of fun. We're gonna play some music tonight. I went, man, I could ship a guitar down there, and I can't carry, I've got two. And he goes, dude, I'll restring that 44 D28, herringbone D28, which is how I met Jeff. Flew out to Seattle, brought a cool little Martin, and I was about to strum it the right way. And he restrung it lefty for me. I love this guitar. I knew it. I can get 99% of the way there, play it upside down. I have to. I've had to learn how to since I was a kid. But I am so excited
No, and
to
you
play
and your
music
dad
tonight.
helped me out so much on this guitar, and Jay was just a prince and just goes, the guy that had this guitar was a total player, and he would love it if you took this guitar out. And I play this guitar all the time.
This has some serious provenance. It was passed around in like the coolest bluegrass, old time picker circles for years. It was a known guitar, and that's why it was like, it had work done to it, because guys were playing it. It was like, as some of these Martins do, they trade hands in these circles. They never make it to the shop. They go, oh, I've traded that. And then, John Smith owned it for this many years. But it was such a cool story. I'll send you the background if you haven't seen it. But it was like, wow, what an amazing guitar that's been consistently making music its entire life. I remember when we were here last and Darren Jones is here. He's a Nashville country guy, does tons of session stuff. He's played 1 million guitars, and he strums a G chord and he goes, I reckon that's the best acoustic guitar I've ever heard. So obviously you get there's every tool that you need. Electric 12, candy apple red, some cool, your little, classical, funky K style with the cool pickup, an awesome Gretsch, the 335. He's got a killer, what is that, 66P bass?
Yeah, 66P bass, got a 61 J200, 63 Dove, 67 or 68 Hummingbird, which I have tuned Nashville, but
we'll play it to that.
my somehow new, ta-da!
Come on!
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Didn't know if I could reach that high, and now that it's here, I am so happy it's here. I'm just delighted.
Has a place here, man. This is like Baskin Robbins. You have all the flavors, and it's like,
but I love recording, and I love playing, and I can't wait to record some new tunes with this. I know it's going to be a best friend. People decided to come here around 1900 and think, hey, can we plant anything here? Will it grow? So pecan trees are from the south. Turned out we can plant cotton, we can plant grapes. We found some oil in Bakersfield too, and so Bakersfield became a town about oil and agriculture. There was probably always music, but something happened in the 50s. These guys want to party, they want to drink, they want to fight. They don't want to just hear ballads. And Buck Owens sort of figured out, like, we're gonna play loud honky-tonk music. And I know it's not Nashville, but let's play. So Telecasters through a, Fender Bassman amp, and that became the Bakersfield sound. Merle Haggard is from Bakersfield, was in Folsom Prison. Johnny Cash somehow found him, came back and started recording, and Merle and Buck, two of the best guys that there are, holy smokes, they define Bakersfield music. And I'm proud to be from here.
I hate it when you leave me. I need you when you're gone. Oh, darling, please believe me. I know it can be wrong, but I wrote this song about you, and I'm singing it all alone.
Damn, man.
Nice, Trevor!
Thanks, man. All right, give me another one, man.